NLB, it's funny, innit? Last week, we were telling Errol how thin his squad was, how FSG probably won't strengthen. Within a week, we're proven right. Their second string team can't even beat bottom of the championship Plymouth. By the way, that's only happened 4 times now in football history. That top of the Premier League or top of the top division has lost to bottom of the championship. Hasn't happened since 1994, I think was the last time. These are all new records that Liverpool can hold, man. That's the records you have. No trophies yet.
Everton are coming for smoke on Wednesday, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Everton will be bang up for this game. And that result on Sunday.
You man are fucking starving. You're so hungry to feast on Liverpool. You're shameless bastards.
How much shameless? I'll cost you 5 points.
My man up here. You can zip it for a sec, yeah, because you've only been relevant for the last 3 months. So sort your head out for a start.
3 months.
You've been relevant for the last 3 months. Sort your head out for a start. Yeah. The rest of you,
remember who we knocked out in the first round for this one?
Like he's haven't had a meal in about 3 weeks. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, boys. You're better than this. I'll take it. No, I will genuinely take a cooking and I will take my hiding for the way that team performed. But going on like it's a disgrace about slot and all the rest of it, give your head a wobble, boys. We're better than this. I've had a long day. I watched the Super Bowl last night. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm not here to run no bum agendas. Give me some proper constructive criticism.
Are you telling me that Everton are not going to get confidence from the fact that you got beat at the weekend, knowing that you're coming to their gaff on Wednesday?
No, Everton is still shook, bro. I walk the streets of Liverpool. Everton is still shook, bro. They got pammed. You going on? You're talking like you man are chatting like Everton won. Everton got knocked out themselves
against Plymouth.
What comfort? Momentum. I'm a momentum guy. What momentum up there? You got
They've won 3 games in a row in the Premier League since Moyes went back. They've got 3 games in a row since Moyes went back. Three Premier League games in a row.
Bro, we've just got secured the spot against Spurs, and we was down in that game. We pulled it back. We pammed a Premier League side in Spurs. Yeah, albeit they're shite. Still pammed them 4 goals with a strong squad. Yeah, we dropped the ball. Let's talk about how shit those players were. Shit those players. Nah, I can't do this. Let's not even. He can't say nothing to me. He got pammed by us the other day. So that brother best not even open his mouth. Get me? Let's not get it twisted right now, boys.
What is happening here? What is happening?
You are rattled, man.
I watched the Super Bowl last night.
There's no way you can come at me like that, bro. Never. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yep.
Errol, let me be real with you there, because you were out there on the Twitter at it, man. Yeah. let me be real.
Okay. I did.
First and foremost, let's just have some standards. I just give me 1 minute, and I'm sorry for crashing, but the brother went at me, and I need to respond. First and foremost, if we were playing Liverpool's dusty team, your back 5 missing, rare, I would not be talking on this panel. I would not be holding up everyone chatting rubbish, shaking your bum. I think, Errol, you man have the lowest standards I've ever seen in my life. Because I would like to ask you, which trophy has more weight? The FA Cup or the Carabao Cup? Can you just say which one? Don't give me a spiel. Which trophy carries more weight? And then let me continue. Which one? That's the only thing I need you to answer before I continue. Which trophy carries more weight? FA Cup or Carabao? Quick, Errol.
The FA Cup.
Right. The FA Cup carries more weight, and yet you're out of that competition. How stupid do you not look? How dumb is that? You men are meant to be legit, but you're not legit. So I can tell you now, as much as I was supporting Errol Dan, as much as I wanted Liverpool to do their thing, no, I hope Van Dijk gets an injury, bro. I hope Salah's legs fall off. Bro, I hope calamity falls on your club, bro.
What are we doing?
Performance was rubbish.
You're just going to let him run that nonsense. What are we doing? No, right, let me just...
Let's go.
How
can you turn up in the Carabao Cup and then get rocked by the bottom team of the League One?
Right, so let me...
Your mouth, bro.
Can I...
How can you talk, bro?
Can I give you...
This show tonight should have been live. We've gone to Liverpool Lime Street. Wherever you're at, I'll be there for you.
Go on, Errol. Come back in, man. Go on.
All right. So, like I've been saying from the start of the season, how my approach to certain things was always going to be. Now, when you deep it, there are 4 competitions. The probability of winning all 4, as I've stuck my chest out in the past and claimed it is possible, is very unlikely. So what managers do when they look at things, they prioritize their order. So the managers that want to be serious and want to win major honours are going for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. They also will turn around and say domestic cup. They will also...
Dan, you got some mic issues.
Yeah, that's bad audio, man. Go on, Errol.
They will also say that they want to go to a domestic cup, hopefully get to the final of a domestic cup. Most managers on Wales football are not asked which final of the domestic cups they go to in this day and age when they're fighting for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. They just want to be in a domestic cup final. The fact that Slot secured his domestic cup final against dusty-ass Spurs over there on Thursday. How's that embarrassing, bro?
Because you're going through the Liverpool checklist, man. That's all your priorities, bigger fish to fry.
It's not about
move on. Just take the L like a man and move on instead of making these excuses.
How's that?
That's more embarrassing than the result,
bro. You'd be lucky to have the luxury of having excuses and having credit in the bank for your team.
I'm still in it, man. I don't need excuses.
Good, go and win it then. Go and win it. Go and fucking win it.
If we win it, we win it. If we don't, I'll come out here and say we were beaten by the better team and move on. Instead of these Liverpool fans that have to come on and give you every excuse under the sun.
If it was the only competition I was in,
a couple more games this season.
If it was the only competition I was in and we got beat by the better team, I'd say that, but it's not. So I'm trying to give context to the wider aspect of this thing. It's called a football season. It's not called football one-off games in isolation. The top and bottom of it is.
So you're arrogant enough that you can write off the FA Cup because you're so confident on the other 3, yeah?
No, did I say that I was?
That's what you're insinuating. That's what you're insinuating.
I'm not.
You are.
You're misconstruing my words. What I'm telling you is the manager has got priorities. He will set, and he will have been given objectives from his board and his bosses, and they will say to you, "I want to see them." Like even if you've ever played FIFA, even FIFA tells you, "Yo, you need to win domestic cups." They're not asked whether it's the FA Cup or the League Cup. They're going to ask you to win domestic cups.
We're bringing this to FIFA level.
No, but I'm giving it to you in a level that you should hopefully be able to understand because it's probably the level you've been playing games. You're not in this whole let's win actual football and win actual serious football and competitions. It's been a minute. I don't know how old you are, but it's been a minute, bro. So let's not do this.
So we're at the FA Cup, yeah.
Well, good on, lad. Go and win it. Go and fucking win it. The way you're carrying on, you best go and win the FA Cup. Otherwise, we will be on your neck.
It ain't about winning it. It's about how you lose it, man. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying. But I've said in isolation, that one game was not good enough. The players there, bro, I've got the most energy for the players that let us down yesterday. I don't think it was, I know for the fact it was not a good performance. It was shameful. I even said on my stream afterwards, it's the travelling fans that I feel sorry for. They did not deserve that yesterday after how good they've been all season, home and away. So let's not do that. But what I'm saying is, in the wider context, when you're looking at a squad game and you've got to go the whole season, Slot's already ticked off one of the objectives, get to a cup final. He's got that. So he's got the credit in the bank to be able to make big calls. Did he get it right? No, he got it wrong.
The objective is to get to the final, not to win it. I just don't get this. And this whole
objective
thing, you can do it at the end of the season.
Bro, it's his first season. He's got
so
objectives clearly set.
He's got objectives clearly set. Get to the final, not win it.
Let me reverse engineer it then. When Slot got hired, what would his objectives have been?
I don't know. I didn't hire him.
Qualify for the Champions League.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Win a cup, maybe.
There we go. So in order to win a cup, you've got to get to the final in the first stage. So he's done that.
So wouldn't the objective be win a cup, not get to the final?
It doesn't mean he has to get to every single cup final, does he?
Errol, all we're saying is, and it's something that you've talked about, is we're talking about standards. And, you know, on one hand, it's a privilege to be in your position where you can talk about a treble. But when we're talking about making history, because this is what we're talking about, it's about history making. It's
anyone else want a quad on this? Anyone else want a quad? Anyone else want a quad?
No, but it's not even about the quad.
I want a domestic quad.
It's a more powerful statement to say, you know what, the treble that we picked up this season was the Champions League, Premier League.
Bro, you can't tell me about what's powerful or not when it comes to Champions League. Respectfully, we're not going to do that either. You can't tell me. You're a window shopper.
Deji's
You're
right,
a
man.
window
Deji's
shopper.
right.
He's not. He's a window shopper, bro. He doesn't go out there and buy those things. He's not about that life.
He doesn't need to have won anything to know that the better treble would be FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions
Better
League.
treble. I'm not even going to say the word because that just sounds disrespectful to that community. But are we in school? Are we in school, or do we actually just enjoy football and want our teams to win trophies? The better treble.
You're
Mate,
missing
I'm not
you're missing
16.
Deji's
You
point.
can't banter me in school like I'm
Errol.
going to be bothered. Do you really think I'm going to cry on the dock
you
road come May? No,
It sounds like you're about to. I don't
Come
know.
May, if we've got a Carabao Cup, a Champions League, and a Premier League, do you think I'm going to cry? Oh, we haven't got the FA Cup though. It's not a real job. I'm not going to give two fucks. I'm going to be bouncing. I'm going to be bevied. I'm going to be living life.
You better do that treble then, bro. That's all I'm saying.
All right, can we move now? Is everybody good? Have you all got it off
I'll
your
have
chest?
one
Nah.
final question. One final question from me on this. Last week, that I obviously said that your owners were a disgrace for not investing in the football club in January. I said that this could potentially derail your season if things go sour. You still of the opinion that was correct, or have you changed your mind and actually think that it was a disgrace?
So we would have had to come and book yous anyway. You got Plymouth. We'd have had to book yous anyway. It would have just made our job harder. The last point I was going to make that I didn't get to finish on was the fact that we've got 5 games in the space of 15 days. So we've got a game every 3 days over the next couple of weeks before the end of Feb in the Premier League alone. Like, the workload that we've got on this squad at the moment is still intensive. It's high.
So,
The fact that when
is that my mic?
I'm
Is that my
listening.
mic?
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Would that not solidify why you should have gone out in January and bought then? If you're moaning about five games in 15 days, and we've seen that you rested people purposely yesterday, which it didn't go right. I actually think that Slot has to take the L, and I don't think he got the occasion of the FA Cup completely right either. The fact that you've not got the players, you are literally, it was proved yesterday, you're 2 or 3 injuries from it could potentially ruin your season.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're getting the magnitude of that. I get you're angry, and trust me, I've been there, but I don't think take the banter. I don't think you get the magnitude that yesterday proved. Any injuries to your top players, Salah, Van Dijk, you're screwed. Because I don't see
any team though.
I know. I'm respectfully, we beat ourselves yesterday.
hang on, Charlie,
If I get a penalty, no, but let me finish. If I get a penalty against Alisson Becker, if I get 5 pens against Alisson Becker, I'll back myself to score 1. The fact that we gave them a penalty, we beat ourselves yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. And to Charlie, that is the same for every team, but not every team was going for 4 cups.
No, true.
Why are you telling me that
Errol, let me finish. You're coming at me. I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that I don't think your manager got the occasion of the FA Cup right yesterday. I think he took the piss. I think he expected to turn up with the boys he did to get the result. They didn't happen. You're pissed. I get it, but move on.
I've been moved on. Like, the fact that City got drew with Plymouth today, that was closure for me. That was the silver lining. We don't have to go to war with them, man, over a fucking silver cup. And you can say, bro, it's
That's
let me just.
Errol.
It's not that. Shut up.
You're saying,
you know what it is, yeah?
You're saying, oh, thank God we haven't got to play City in the next round. That's something that we should be saying, something that fucking Villa should be saying.
Yeah. What are you going to do if you get him in the Champions League? Like, lads, give him a bye. Give him a bye. Yeah, let him go through. It's City.
Are you, man, taking... So
just using your logic, bro.
No, it's not. But you're basically being like, wow, Slot in his first season with a team that he's not even assembled needs to win a quad. And the fact that he's not taking everything absolutely serious, it's a shamble. Where are the standards at? He's in 4 competitions. Where are the standards?
All right, Errol, let me come in with a little bit more of it. Let me give you a question, and I do want to move because I don't want your head to explode, right? But let me come at you with this question then. Are you, because I don't know what you're arguing here. That's where I'm confused, right? We're basically, I believe, as a panel, everyone else can speak for themselves, but I think as a panel, we're a little bit confused as to why Slot went with so many changes. And now it's obviously bit him. Do you disagree with that then and think, no, that's the team I wanted to see out there and that should have been good enough to beat Plymouth? What is the argument you're arguing?
My argument is as simple as this. Slot should have had a stronger bench with more senior players. The issue that we had yesterday was when Joe Gomez went down injured, because he purposely plays McConnell as right back to allow Endo to be in the midfield to actually give us a little bit of bite and strength to just try and win the physical battle. Once he had to revert to put McConnell back in midfield and Endo as centre back, he had 3 very lightweight operators, good ball technicians, but lightweight operators in that midfield, which wasn't equipped to fight for that physical battle. That's where we lost the majority of the game yesterday. Wasn't able to get the forward line in. The experienced forward line was shocking. They should hang their heads in shame, because as you've already said, Wolfie said, Chiesa is a Euro winning player for Italy and all the like, can't turn up against Plymouth. That is disgraceful. That should never happen. And you can't be wearing a Liverpool shirt if they're the performances you're going to be putting in. And I respect that. My argument is, had maybe in isolation, if we wouldn't have had Spurs this week, and it would have been another game on another day where we needed to go and win, maybe he goes and operates and chooses a little bit differently. Maybe he just believes, I have now ticked off one of the objectives that my board has asked of me from the start of this season, is to get to a cup final. I am there now. Obviously, it's to win the cup, but if I'm at a cup final, I can now take the risks. And as a manager, you've got to be able to take risks. You've got to, as far as I'm concerned. He made a risk and it didn't pay off, but he's got credit in the bank to be able to make those risks, because he's already rewarded us with a final. We've got a trip to Wembley locked off. Anybody else apart from Pete able to say that right now?
So, Pete, congratulations, because I'm sure Eddie Howe's objective was to get to the final. Doesn't have to win it, but fuck it. The objective was to get to the final. So, congratulations to Eddie Howe as well for ticking off his objective.
I'm a lion, though, Pete. Would that have not been an objective at the start of the season for you to get to
win a trophy?
Final?
Well, yeah, ultimately win a trophy, but objective.
Well, you've got to get to the final first.
But that's what I was about to say. Objective is get to the final. Next objective.
You're making it look, I'm not telling sense. It's fucking jarring.
That would be Eddie Howe's mentality. And you know what? After this weekend, that should be our mentality for the FA Cup as well. You look at the teams, you look at the quality of teams that have gone out in the last couple of rounds. You look at it now, it's open for everyone. You look at,
I agree.
You've got a job to do tomorrow. Billy,
we're in the quarters, bro.
Yeah. Charlie, you're through. Are you through? Right. Okay.
And the worst thing is, Wolfie, bro, I was pioneering to get a fucking Forest fan on this show, bro. I'm ready to just, you are the weakest link. You can get voted off real quick, Pots. Just tell him, bro.
The one who rattles you the most, let's vote him.
And this is how they're doing me.
Errol's turned into Anne Robinson overnight.
Man. That's all I'm doing.
Errol, can I ask you a nice question?
This is Royal Rumble, baby.
Errol.
Survival of the fittest, man, isn't it?
Lawless is going to pop up any second.
Errol.
Go on, Dan.
Can I ask you a nice question though? This whole weird meltdown you've just had. If it was United that had lost to Plymouth, don't think for 1 second that you just sat there and gone, well, you know what? You would have come for me. You would have gone to town on me. You would have absolutely flew. You've got to admit that with what
the only thing you've got for your season, lad. Right? It's like. Right, let me give it to you this way. We're all men. Let's talk this way. We are all men. You can go on mute. We're all men. If I've got 4 things to take home from a club and I decide to drop one off, if I've got the option to take 4 things home from a club and I decide to drop one off, you man can't banter me for going home with 3 gal.
No, because you've not gone home with the 3 goals yet.
You're scouting right now.
Here's the point, Errol. Here's the point. You had one there that could have been in the bank because you should have been beating Plymouth. Now you're thinking that you've got the other 3 there. But if we see you sneaking out the back of the club with no one, yeah, you're getting cooked, bro.
Because he said 3 now, LB. He said 3. He could have gone away with 1. He's now said 3.
I'm not even having him turn around to me when he can't even get 1 gal at the minute. He's there. He's holding on to 1 for dear life, and he wants to say
he's got 3 still warm in that bed, man. He can talk.
This is the thing. Is that you might have took 3 home, but you're still in the lounge having a few drinks. You're not there yet.
Yeah, of course.
So come on.
Yeah, no, and that's fair, and that is fair, and I'm about that. Like, I don't honestly, that is absolutely fine because we have got to go and win stuff this season. There's no ifs and buts about it. But at this point where we are, we can afford to be able to manage our expectations. There was never an expectation Slot in his first year was going to win 4 trophies, so it's a bit
But is
disingenuous.
recent history on your side, Errol? Are you not the team that's bottled a win? I think, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. 6 out of the 7 times you've been top at Christmas, you haven't won the league. Is that right?
Okay. And
so history's not really on your side, and you're coming with this much.
well, how many league titles have we won? If history's not on our side,
one.
What? When? How old are you? For a 20-year-old,
history only starts when I'm born. History only starts when I'm born. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
No, so football didn't start in the Premier League, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're talking about history. You're talking about history, and then I'm putting a line at 1991, 1992. That's not history, bro.
I said recent history. Keyword being recent.
I didn't hear recent in all
fairness. You sound like a Man United fan saying that one, mate. How many leagues have you won? You sound like
how many? No, because I thought he turned around and said about history, and I'm like, history's not on our side. There's everything we've won. We've not lost it. Like,
no, I said recent history. I think 6 out of the last 7 times you were top at Christmas, you've bottled it. Okay. Like, be careful with that chest, is all I'm saying.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about my chest, but we'll see. You just focus on winning that FA Cup, our kid. Because I
still got eyes on the league, bro. With your recent history record, I ain't until it's done. It ain't done. Until it ain't done. Until it's done, it ain't done.
Just know, right? I'm calling that game.
Nottingham Forest wins the Prem.
No. All I want,
you are finished.
All I want, this is the last thing I'm going to say. This is the last thing.
I will upstand Potts right now for admin rights for the watch.
This is the last thing
I'm
going to say.
You won't need to remove yourself because I'm removing you.
No, let me just say this. Let me just say this. I'll shut up. The last thing that I am going to say on the matter is, remember when Lawless won his Europa Conference thing, and I need to see Charlie's face, I need to see Billy's face, Wolfie's face, LB, Pete, Deji, and Dan. All of you, man, are going to be here at the end of the season if we go and get that Premier League over the line, because we're going to have a conversation.
I will be the first to congratulate you. But the key bit is get over that line. Get over that line.
It'll be too late.
Zip that top up until May, and then you can whip out. We can count your hairs. It's cool, bro. But zip it up until May. Right? Zip it up.
To be honest with you, bro, you just got to beat Everton on Wednesday.
We'll flip it because I'll tell you something now, mate. Wolfie, Billy, Charlie, Potts, LB, Pete, me, Deji. We will all be there if you don't get it over the line, mate. So you can bring that. You better believe if it doesn't go that way, it's going to be National Errol Day, mate.